If you have got a saxophone recently and don't know how to start, you don't have a teacher or for any other reasons, or if you already have the saxophone for a long time, waiting for the opportunity to start, or if you are thinking about buy a saxophone and start learning, this video for you. I'm going to tell you how to start from the day one, first step. And for this class, I bought the cheapest saxophone, alto saxophone on the Amazon, and I can practice it with you here. Okay, so let's go to the class. If you don't know me, I am Marcelo Cuco. I'm a saxophone player, currently based in the UK. I was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, but I have been performing in almost all the continents. I'm performing internationally for over 15 years. I started performing in Rio de Janeiro, performing with different band styles. I have a bachelor degree in music education. I have a master degree in music, where I develop research about my composition, performing in different continents, for example, arriving in a country, playing with a musician I never heard before, music style I never heard before. So during all my life, I was traveling, performing with people I never saw before, you know, meeting people, performing, going to the festival. Many times I was in a festival just to understand the style, but people invited me to perform because of my ability of improvisation and improvise in different styles. And it's not different what I'm living. I live as professional musician performers, and most of the request is to perform in events with DJs or with bands, also cruise ship, luxury events, corporate events. Most of the gigs I have is improvisation. So my background in improvisation, developing this skill is considerable interesting, and I have enough experience to teach you here. So yeah, that's a brief about my history. And yes, let's go back to the video, and I have something to teach you and motivate you to start your journey as saxophone player. Yeah, step one, a common mistake. Most of the students think that we have to start playing the saxophone. I mean, playing the entire saxophone. No, it's not true. We have to start playing only on the mouthpiece, only here, mouthpiece, okay? That's a metal mouthpiece. You can have a plastic one. There are different kinds of mouthpiece, but the principle is the same for all the mouthpiece, okay? So basically, you need the reed, okay? Reed. Be always careful because it's very sensible. It's wood, okay? A bamboo, it's wood, so it's very sensible, as you can see here. Put in your mouth to it should be helpful. Give a bit of saliva here. Okay, open your mouth here. Avoid the touch always here. Okay, avoid touch here. Try to open your mouth. Okay, and then once you have enough saliva on the reeds, just put here. How to set up here? Okay, you have to adjust the position of the reed. For example, can you see here? When I touch here, I can see like the size of a hair, the distance between the mouthpiece and the reed. Can you see? Can you see here? The space. I can see a size of a hair on the top of the reed. So that's the correct size. So don't give too much pressure because the reeds have to vibrate when we are playing. Have to vibrate. How to do that sound? So, step one, set up the mouthpiece. Step two, practice the embouchure. So we have to develop the embouchure all the process. So embouchure, we are always improving. It's about muscle memory because we have to practice, our body have to adapt How can we do it? Practicing, just practicing, practicing, practicing. Once you understand how is the sound of the mouthpiece, that's a good point, because most of the students can't get even the sound. Okay, so once you got the sound, just try to do it all the time. You are practicing the exercise I'm going to tell you now. Okay, so but now we have to give the sound. Check if you have enough pressure. Don't pressure too much. Have to be flexible to vibrate. Open your mouth. You have to use your teeth here, up teeth here, and then here you have to cover your teeth. Cover. Okay. Cover here and here. Put here on the top. Can you see the mark of my teeth here? Can you see the mark of my teeth here? Yeah, you have exactly to position your teeth here. And then close your mouth completely, because the air have to come only here, not here in the side. Have to come here into here. So you have to close everything without giving pressure. With your mouth here, and avoid volume on your cheek. Avoid volume here. To practice, you can practice look into the mirrors to check if you are not having inflated cheek. Okay, you have to avoid the inflated cheek. Just to practice it as much you can. If it's hard for you to get the first sound, try to put your mouth here. Okay, come more in that direction, not here in the beginning. You can use in the middle or forward. Just practice more. Test the best place for you to get the sound at the beginning. The beginning is hard. Most of the students cannot get the sound in the first try, second, third try. So once you get the sound, it's very important to maintain practicing this sound. Check where your mouth was positioned on the mouthpiece and just practice. Avoid pressure here. Now, step 3. Step 3, you have to practice rhythm. For that, you have to use a metronome. Okay? Still with only the mouthpiece ready with the reed. For metronome, I download a metronome app here. And let me set up in tempo 60 BPM. 60 BPM is beats per minute. So when is 60 BPM is the same time of the clock. So we have 6 seconds per minute. So we have 60 beats per minute. So let's practice that beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quaternary. So the first beat will be always stronger. 2, 3, 4, 1. So let's start playing, holding for 4 time. 4 time. Starts in the tempo 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's okay. That's the first exercise. I know the beginning should be difficult because you have, as I told you, you have to develop embouchure. You have to develop your body, diaphragm, etc. So once you practice it, just have a breath and start again 4 BPM. Try with me. Okay. Now let's hold 2 tempos. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta 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 ta. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now 1 per tempo. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first step. You have to practice a lot only on the mouthpiece before coming to the instrument. It should be very helpful for you. So before practice the instrument, try to do it at least 15 minutes every day before your practice on the instrument, okay? So that tip should be very useful for you to develop embouchure. For sure, playing the instrument is a way to develop embouchure, for sure, because each note on the saxophone needs a different pressure of there. So, for example, when we are playing the notes C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, can you see? We are closing the instrument. We are closing the instrument. So we need more air in the instrument. And at the same time, we have to balance the pressure of the air to maintain the same volume. So just by practicing and the time practicing, we can develop it. So don't rush. It's completely normal and hard. In the beginning, we can't make music. We can't play songs. We can't develop repertoire. You have to be ready to practice every day the first exercise to develop your embouchure. For example, after practice on the mouthpiece, you can start playing scales. Scales, I mean selection of notes. For example, C major. C major, we have C, B, A, G, F, E, G, C. So it's a octave. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So practice it, but the same way. Instead, the embouchure, we have to practice with the instrument. So practice it the same way. Hold each note for 4 beats, practice the scales, and then hold for 2 beats, and then 1 note per beat. So that's a amazing way for you to develop embouchure, but you have to be patient because it's not fast. Okay, so that's the tip I'm giving you. And yes, I'm practicing on the cheapest saxophone I bought it online. It's I personally play more on the tenor saxophone, but I bought it an alto saxophone just for these videos here, just to show you that it's possible. Start as soon as possible. And even if the saxophone is not good, when you get a professional saxophone or better, a standard saxophone, it will be easier for you, okay? yes, it's harder to play on cheaper saxophone, but you can practice that. It's not impossible. The most important thing is start. The most important thing is start and practice consistently, because we have to develop muscle memories. It's a kind of sport, you know. Our body have to be ready to perform the different exercise. You know, it's about breathing. It's about air. We need a lot of our body for that, and also music perception, because during the practice, when you become musician creating, you have to develop also musical perception. It means understand aesthetic, understand some rules of the music, understand the math side of the music. You already understand that music is math, but just for exercising in the future, you see that music is a kind of math. It's very similar architecture, you know, to construct the phrases, to construct the harmony, the construction of harmonies, chords, everything's math. So let's do now with the saxophone. Okay, but you can't do it now. I'm just warming up to understand how, if it's possible to play on the saxophone. And yes, it's possible to play on the saxophone. But if you are beginning, 60 BPM, one note. So I will not teach here note by note. I want to show on this video the exercise, okay? So in another video, I can show you how to play note by note. So after practicing with the embouchure, holding for four beeps, and then 2, and then 1, doing it every time before practicing on your instrument. You have to do it at least 15 minutes. For example, try to practice holding 4 BPM for 1 minute, and then 2 minutes holding for 2. As long you practice, better, okay, to develop embouchure. So let's do with the instrument. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see the last C was I was not able to do the first time because I understand the dynamic of the instrument. Even me, professional for many decades, I have to understand the limits of the instrument. So we have to understand the instrument. Even if I know already how to play, I don't know this instrument. Okay, but as I have a lot of experience with embouchure, I was able to adapt here. But if the saxophone can play, you know, because sometimes the keys are not aligned, so you have to find someone to repair and regulate the keys. If it's really impossible, okay, if you can't play the songs, maybe you have a problem. Maybe you have a problem on your instrument, so you have to bring it to check if it's everything regulated. Okay, so after practicing for holding for 4 time, practice holding for 2. Just example. And then just for 1, 1, 2. Okay, so that's it. That's one tip. The first tip for you, you have to understand, you practice it, this exercise I told you on this video, will be very helpful for you. You don't need a lot of information. You have to just be well guided. And I'm giving on this video a nice tip for you. If you are starting now, if you just bought, if you are thinking about to buy one saxophone, or if you just got one, someone gave you, or you have a saxophone in your home and don't know how to start, this video should be very helpful for you. Okay, so yes, it's not easy. You will not play music in the first day. You have to do it step by step, so be patient. Okay, I start like you. That's it. Thanks for watching, and if you have some question, just let me know. If you have some question, if where you are from, if you have already the saxophone, in what stage you are now, if you already know how to play, just let's have a conversation, and or send for someone that you want to learn saxophone. Okay, thank you very much. See you in another video.